Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of me just talking about some stuff while doing some things on the Hypixel server. Today I'm actually in the housing, so Hypixel Housing, doing one of the parkour courses someone has made. So I have a map here, who the owner of the house is Hammy, and it's just 100 levels of parkour equals res. So we're going to see how much of this I can do in 15 minutes, and just see how far we get. And as I'm going, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna talk about. I guess we'll just talk about it as we go. Apparently we have one free skip. You get another if you get a cookie. Yeah. It doesn't look like there's an actual start pad on this one, so I think it's just 100 levels, but you know what? I think it'll still be fun. So I'm going to start my timer, and we're gonna get started. Alright, 15 minutes on the clock, and I'm already off to a very laggy start. Oh, I see, so they have this to get back up. Interesting. Yeah, I am slightly laggy, hopefully that goes away. I'm also not in the right version for this. I am in the modern version, so I'll probably cause some issues when I'm doing the parkour. But where do I go? Oh, over here. Can I jump on that? I can jump on buttons! I always like these just because they're really pretty and fun and innovative. And I figured while I'm doing them, I guess I would talk about a bit more about myself. I don't feel like I've ever given a great introduction of what I do outside of playing video games. So, I have mentioned before that I'm an English major. Follow the dead bush. Ooh, fun. Yeah, so I am an English major. I'm minoring in English in college. I'm actually going to be a senior, so I'm on my last year of classes, which is very scary and exciting. Just jump over that. So that's something I'm excited about. It's really hard to talk and do parkour, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm new to the whole. Also confused. Is this a mirror level? Is that what this is supposed to be? So if I jump here. Yeah, it's a mirror level. Okay. I just missed the jump though. Alright, so if I jump. Nope, jumping over it. So I'm majoring in English with a concentration, which means a focus on. Jumped over it. With a focus on writing. So I'm not literary intensive, even though I take probably way too many literary classes. I take a lot of them. I take usually at least 2 a semester, if not more. I took 3 last semester, which I personally don't mind. Part of me wanted to go into literary, but I didn't think there was really much point in that. I didn't know if it would be possible for me to get a job or anything trying to do literary, so I am in writing base, which I think has its uses, especially when paired with my 2 minors. So I have a history minor, so if I want to go into something like historical fiction or writing, working with museums and stuff like that, would be really cool and something I'll be able to do because I have a minor in history, so I know how to write history reports. I've done that, do the research reports and all that stuff. So that's something that I could end up doing with my major and minor combo. And then I also have a minor in technical communications. So if I want to go into more business style writing, so things like a lot of advertising related stuff, I tend to do a lot of that for projects and stuff, so a lot more just trying to make things look pretty and stuff. Those have always been my favorite projects. My dad always jokes that I'm going to be... He's one of those, when he gets a new car or tool, he likes to read the user manual for the item so he can figure out all the stuff that it does. And he always jokes that one day he's going to read one of those manuals that's written by me. So that could be something I get into, which I personally wouldn't mind. I enjoy doing that. But yeah, but I also enjoy other things, I love, I love communication for one thing. I love giving public speeches and stuff. That's another one of my favorite projects. It's a weird favorite project to have, I know, but I like getting up on stage and getting to say my little bit and stuff, so I don't mind those. I also don't mind research papers. Honestly, I love college. Like, I love all the projects I get to do, and all this. I like having to write papers and going to classes and having to have those really intense discussions. I enjoy group projects. I love working with other people on things, shared passions of ours. You know, as long as I get a relatively competent partner, which normally I do. So normally we're okay. I think, like, okay. That one's really confusing to me. Also, we need to turn these people off because they're just AFKing and they're slightly irritating. But yeah, so I love everything about college. I love writing the papers. I love reading all the books. As an English major, I have to read so many books. It's not even funny how many books I have to read. And most of them are classics, which are my favorite. So my favorite type of book to read is a classic. I will take a classic over, well, pretty much anything, honestly. I love, like, recently I took a mythology class, I loved the readings that we did for that, so getting to read some of the myths and legends, Norse and Greek mainly, was really cool. And then I also took a 19th century literature class, American literature, so we got to read people like Edgar Allan Poe, and Nathaniel Hawthorne, who were two of my favorite. Well, Hawthorne was one of my favorite authors from my childhood. Like, I own his complete short story collection, but I never read any of his books, so it was really cool to actually, get to read one of his books. So we got to read House of Seven Gables, which was a classic of his, which surprisingly I've never read ever, so it's really fun getting to read that. Finally, so got to read that, and the only book Edgar Allan Poe ever wrote, because he was against writing books. And, we got to talk a lot about the psychology around it and of the time era. So I love literature classes which kind of combine my love of literature and my love of history together. So sometimes I feel like I learn more history in my literature classes than I do in my actual history classes, which is pretty sad, to be honest, but it's true. And it's just, history classes are more focused on learning how to interpret history yourself. So it's less about learning about history than learning how to learn about history, if that makes sense. So all my classes are steered around that. Well, meanwhile, literature is about interpreting. All the literature classes are about interpreting the literature and being able to explain your thoughts and feelings on it. So through different genres, or specializing in a different genre and stuff. So with 19th century literature, we focused a lot on the history of the time in America, what was going on, how was life during the 19th century and stuff, and mostly like what psychological ideas were going on, what was the impact, a lot of Civil War stuff, because it was right after the Civil War and people were dealing with, hey, we have all these free slaves, but none of them are educated and this is wrong, and like how do we deal with this now, and what does it mean to be a human or to have rights and be free and all that, and are concepts that these authors were dealing with for like the first time ever. So, and it impacts the writing greatly, and it's just really cool to get to read this literature that I've read a lot in my childhood and stuff, but get to read it and understand the history behind it more, because I felt like I didn't understand the history behind it as well as I should. So that was really cool, and I really liked that. So that's some of the things that I get to learn things. And then I have my communication classes, which is how to communicate better, how to write better essays, how to write the folders and stuff, which have been some really fun for me. I get to do a lot of creative projects and artistic things. So I've made bookmarks and flyers and all sorts of stuff like that, which is fun. And yeah, so that's what I get to do most of the time. I get to go back to school soon. I'm going actually moving into an apartment with people who aren't family members for the first time. So I'm gonna spend my senior year with getting to rent an apartment, which is something I've never done before. So I'm really excited to try that out and get to experience that. We'll see how it goes for making videos with an apartment and stuff, because I still plan to make videos and continue doing that, just because, you know, this is something I enjoy doing. I've enjoyed the past 2 weeks now. Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I've been making these videos for 2 weeks, and I've enjoyed every second of it. I like the process of editing them and stuff, and I want to keep doing it, so I'll hopefully be able to. I'm one of those people who actually really enjoys the idea of being unbelievably busy. So the idea of trying to do a YouTube channel where I post pretty often. So, you know, I've posted 5 days a week for the past 2 weeks faithfully, plan to until classes start. I might go down to 4 when classes do start, we'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully I can keep up 5, but, you know, I know better than to make promises to myself about that. But yeah, so that's something that's really cool to me, and I want to keep doing that. And I love being super busy. I love being overwhelmingly busy. So the more busy I can be, the happier I am, as funny as that sounds. So the idea of doing 5 classes, because I have 5 classes scheduled for next semester, and the doing 5 videos a week and stuff, actually just really excites me, and also continuing to work on this book that I've been writing, which I have kind of been neglecting and need to get back into, but hopefully will soon. You know, that's getting to juggle all that stuff. The busier I am, the better I actually do all this stuff I'm having, because once I start having free time, I don't know, something in me just shuts down completely, and I don't want to do my work because I've experienced free time or something. I don't know what it is. I do better when I have little to no free time. So the semester or next year college, the world should be like that. I have lots of not free time, and for most people they would hate that, but for me, I'm honestly super excited about it and can't wait. So yay. And I'm actually doing better in this parkour and talking than I thought I'd be. Like, I thought I'd be struggling because I'm not actually talking about parkour. I'm jumping and doing it, and somehow I'm struggling somewhat, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, look at me. I wish that there was parkour. Oh, okay. So now I gotta do the headers, which I honestly struggle with more than I can even say. Look at this. Headers, like, there's an art to this. And I feel like I should know it, but I don't, and therefore I'm going to struggle. How many are there? Okay, there's not that many, we're fine. Okay, I know how to, I've done them before, like... See, we know how to do this. I'm confused. Do you want me... Okay, you can jump off that. Okay, we're good. That one was a struggle. That one was not, though. Oh, I just realized that there was glass there last second. Yeah. So that's what's going to be happening in my life soon. But right now I'm just kind of enjoying my summer. I do hopefully have a friend coming over for a while this summer, which I'm excited about. Are they seriously expecting us to do a Neo when the blocks are invisible? That doesn't seem fair to me. It is up against the glass though, so I mean, at least we have that, I guess. And at least it is the right side, I guess. But Neos are hard. These things are hard enough. I mean, they're not the worst thing in the world, honestly, once you know how to do them. But things are hard enough without them being invisible. Look, I did it. I did it and then I fell. So, you know, they're not that hard, but I fell off anyways. So that's annoying. Gosh, as I glitch out. Look, I'm jumping around blocks that I can't see. Okay, So yeah, I'm just trying to think of other things to say while also trying to do a very difficult jump in an extremely hot room. So, you know, it's been really warm recently, which has been nice. My parents are renting out a lake house for where we live right now, so that's where they've been staying for, I guess it's been over a year. Yeah, it must be for over a year because I was here last summer. They've been living in this house that's right against the lake, and they have lake access, and it's a freshwater lake, and it's extremely nice. And so I've been getting to go swimming, and I was here last summer, most of last summer. Not as much as I've been here this summer. Like, I was here since the whole every sickness virus thing came and quarantine and stuff. I've been quarantined here, so I came back from college once the school shut down, and I've been here. So, but yeah, and so I've been getting to swim, which has been pretty nice and stuff. And this jump is horrible, and I hate it. And my timer just went off, so that has been. Please stop. Please stop. Stop. Dismiss. Stop. Cancel. Okay, I've got it. So I made it to level 45. I'm gonna give jump one last try, and we're gonna see if we can complete it. The answer is no, but yeah, so I made it to level 45, and I think next time that we do this, I'm going to keep going from this point and try to make it to the end with another 15 minutes and see if we can finish the second half, which I doubt because the first half is always easier than the second half, and it's only supposed to get harder from now. But I've been Moon, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video of me I don't even know what I was talking about. I was kind of trying to do parkour and talk at the same time and slightly zoning out, but you know, I hope you guys enjoyed it anyways, and I also hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye!